Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com as well as the YouTube channel and NoDQ&A videos affiliate ringsidenews.com. WWE SummerSlam is this coming Sunday on the WWE Network. Check out coverage at NoDQ.com as we do for every major WWE event. I will also be there in person at Staples Center to cover the show for NoDQ.com as I've been doing for the past 6 years now. So check all that out. Got your questions here from spring.me/Aaron Rift. So let's get started with the first one today from Mike Scott 0912. Hey Aaron, what are your thoughts on WWE releasing Del Rio from WWE? Please answer in video. I have actually not had much of a chance to discuss Del Rio's release. I only briefly touched upon it when I did the video with the breaking news. Honestly, I don't think it's that much of a loss for WWE. Alberto Del Rio has really been on the decline ever since him and Ricardo parted ways, and I really felt that it was only a matter of time that him and WWE would part ways. I figured his contract would just expire and he would leave, but I was definitely surprised that he ended up being fired from WWE because of an incident with somebody from the WWE social media department. So that was a bit of a shock. But him leaving WWE, I figured that was inevitable. It didn't seem to me like he was going to be invested in as a major character again. So, I figured that he would go his separate ways at some point. Just didn't think it would happen this quickly. And this one comes from Knowledge Allah. Hey Aaron, now that Del Rio has been released, do you see him back in AAA or New Japan Pro Wrestling? Please answer in video. Well, I definitely see him going back to AAA, and it appears like that's going to happen this coming weekend. He has been announced as appearing at their iPay-per-view event. So I don't know what the deal is with the WWE 90-day clause where he cannot compete, but we'll see what happens. But absolutely, I think he'll go back to Mexico. I'm sure there's a lot of demand for him there and Japan. And, if TNA stays in business, I could definitely see them making a play for him. And, wherever he goes, I'm expecting that him and Ricardo will reunite again and be a team because that is a great package deal. And I think that, WWE dropped the ball by splitting those two up. So I could definitely see them reuniting on the indie circuit and in other promotions as well. All right, this one comes from I Only Lifted Once. I like that username. Do you think now that WWE has released Del Rio, that WWE is ready to release anyone that slips up apart from the very top talent? So, WWE, will they fire anybody for any reason other than the very top guys? We're definitely in an era where WWE can get rid of somebody, and people are more expendable now than ever before in WWE. It's been like this for more than a decade now. WWE, I don't think they're going to go on a firing craze or anything like that, but certainly I think you have guys in WWE that are walking on eggshells, guys that really have to be careful about what they say because any one thing could cost them their job. But at the same time, you look at the Emma situation with her shoplifting or the accusations of her shoplifting, and WWE rushed to judgment there, and they were quick to release her. And I think that they also feared negative publicity. So I don't think, on one hand, WWE is going to be cutting people for minor offenses, but they certainly could. And, guys are replaceable, and there's so many people wanting to get into WWE, so many spots, and, there's only so many spots available. So, guys really have to watch what they say. And, unfortunately, in a politically correct world and in a world where WWE is essentially a monopoly, guys have to really be careful about the things they say and the way they handle themselves, because one wrong move, one slip up, as you put it, and they could be right out the door. All right, this one comes from Shades on My Table. What is up with these usernames today? Hey Aaron, Cena versus Rollins is being advertised for the WWE title post SummerSlam. Does this mean WWE is going to derail the current Lesnar hype train? I don't think it necessarily means anything. People have looked at these future lineups in the past, and they've assumed that things were going to go a certain way. I don't think that this necessarily means Cena is retaining the title or Rollins is going to cash it in. I mean, I suppose Brock Lesnar could just beat John Cena to a bloody pulp and not win the title, and then Rollins cashes it in. That's one way you could work around the whole idea of Brock Lesnar being the champion and not being around. But as I pointed out in previous videos, for him not to win the WWE title at this point, I think would be a huge mistake. I do think it's too soon to have him win the title when he's not going to be around that much. But if you're going to do it, if you're going to book this match and put Brock Lesnar in the WWE title match, I really feel he has to win now. I feel that WWE has backed themselves into a corner. I think it would be a huge mistake for him to not leave SummerSlam as the champion. All right, this one comes from Dave451985. When and who do you see the Usos losing the titles to? I feel like the tag division needs a rejuvenation. The WWE was so focused on tag matches for a while there, and now I just feel like it is lacking, and they haven't been taking it as serious anymore. Well, I definitely feel it's a mistake to not have a tag team title match at SummerSlam, but they already had their matches planned out for SummerSlam, and WWE has done a tremendous job with the build up for SummerSlam. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen a tag team title match at the pay-per-view, and maybe they'll be on the pre-show or whatever. But to me, it's a mistake to not have them in a marquee match at one of the biggest shows of the year, SummerSlam. I think it's a bad idea. And the Usos were really hot. I feel that the Wyatt family should have beat them, though. I feel that the Wyatt family should have gotten the titles at least for a short period of time, and you could have kept that feud going and then had a blow-off match at SummerSlam. I felt that might have been the best way to go and give the Wyatt family some momentum and let them have a run with the titles. But at this point, I mean, there's not really anybody I can think that would be suitable to beat them for the titles right now. Not the Wyatt family after losing at the last pay-per-view. And, Ryback and Curtis Axel, they lost a handicap match. So not those guys. There's not a lot. I mean, you're right. They really need to do something to boost up the tag division. They were doing so well for a period of time, and now they've kind of just lost focus with the tag division, especially when it comes to the SummerSlam card. All right, this one comes from CM Punk Rock. Hey Aaron, do you see AJ Lee being punished over the CM Punk situation? I've gotten questions about this before. No, I don't think that they hold anything against AJ Lee just because she married the man that walked out on the company. She came back and won the title again, and she's got a match at SummerSlam. She's got a match. Usos don't have a match. She's on the card. She's defending her title. That's not punishment. I don't see them. Just because she lost to what's her name, the redhead girl. I totally forgot her name now. Eva Marie. Just because she lost to her because of Paige's interference, that doesn't mean she's being punished. It's just a way to build up the storyline and build up the match. That doesn't really mean anything. And I don't see WWE, as I've talked about before, because I'm sure I've answered this question before. They're not going to be that desperate to get back at CM Punk by punishing AJ Lee. All right, this one comes from Carball Tunnel. Hey Aaron, what's your opinion about WWE taking it easy with chair shots? Do you feel like WWE did the right thing of removing headshots? I recently rewatched the Guerrero vs. JBL Judgment Day pay-per-view, and even though it was razor cut, Eddie still did it too deep. Well, I agree on that. I think that WWE is doing the right thing by going with safety first and protecting their performers, and especially after the whole Benoit thing and the reports that have come out about concussions and chair shots to the head. It's the right thing to do. I do think that it's okay to let them have protected head shots where they're covering their hands in front of their head. I mean, They did that at WrestleMania several years back with Triple H and The Undertaker when they did the chair shot to the head. Triple H had his hands up. They got punished for it. But, you know, I think if you're safe about it, I think an occasional chair shot to the head when your hands are up, you know, I don't see a problem with that when it's done every now and then. I mean, I really get tired of the constant chair shots to the gut and then the chair shot to the back. I mean, it's just so overdone, and you know, I just like a little bit of variety. So if you're gonna do chair shots, maybe every once in a while, let them do it safe and have a protected chair shot to the head. But yeah, the direct chair shots to the head with no protection, you know, the stuff that The Rock was doing, the Mick Foley at the Royal Rumble in '99, you know, that stuff is totally unnecessary at this point. So yeah, I'm glad they're not doing that at least. All right, that'll wrap things up for this edition of No DQ&A video. Thanks as always for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video on Facebook and Twitter, and I will see you guys next time for another edition of No DQ&A video.